Hello everyone. Welcome to part 104 of SQL for Beginner series. In this video session, I am going to practically demonstrate third set of Oracle SQL queries. So let's get started with this alter statement. Using alter statement, we can add a new column or we can modify the properties of an existing column. We can rename the column name of an existing column and we can delete the column which is already there in this table using this drop column. So let me practically demonstrate how you can use this alter statement and these keywords. These are the keywords guys, okay, that you can use with the alter statement. Add keyword, modify keyword, rename column keyword and drop column keyword. So let's get started with the practical mode now. For that, let's create a table. Once you created the table, then I'll show you how to alter that particular table, okay, using all these keywords and alter statement. First, let's create the table with this emp1 name. Create table emp1. Okay, in this we have to give the column id, like column names and data types. Id as number data type and name as varchar 15 size data type. Okay, so let's run this and let's create this emp1 table. For now emp1 table is not there here. As you can see, emp1 table is not there. I'm just creating the emp1 table. So the table emp1 got created here. Okay, the table emp1 got created. So when you refresh, you can see this emp1 table. Sorry, you can see this emp1 table here, as you can see. Okay, and this emp1 table got created with these two columns, that is ID and name column. Now, after you got created this emp1 table, if you say select star from emp1, there are no records in this emp1 table, guys. Okay, only things that you will get is the columns. So just run the select star from emp1. As you can see, only two columns, that is ID column and name column got displayed here. ID is of number data type and name is of varchar data type. Fine. Next thing is, now I am going to alter the table. Okay, I am going to use the alter statement for changing this table in different ways using different keywords like add and all those stuff. Okay, so for that, alter table emp1. What you want to alter? I want to add a new column. Okay, here only two columns are there, ID and name. Alter table, which table? emp1 table. By how do you want to alter? I want to add one more column to this existing column list, that is ID and name are there already, and along with this ID and name I would like to add one more column. Let's say I would like to add the column like country. Okay, country, and you have to specify the data type, guys. Okay, alter table emp1, add country. What is the data type? I can give the varchar of 15 again. Okay, for this country also. So now when I say run this, table emp1 got altered. Now if you say select star from emp1, so now you will see an extra column added at the end of the existing columns, that is ID name followed by country. Okay, this is how we can alter the existing table using this add keyword. Okay, and this alter statement, we can add a new column at the end of the existing columns. Here country column is successfully added. Similarly, what I want to do is, if I say describe emp1. Okay, when I run this, what will happen? All the details of this particular emp1 table will be displayed here, right? That is, there are three columns, ID, name, country in this emp1 table. When I run this describe emp, I got this result. Okay, so describe emp is resulted in this result, which is giving you the list of columns in the table, that is ID, name, country, and ID is of which type? Number type. Name is of which type? Varchar 2 of 15. Country is which type? Varchar of 15 type. Okay, like this it has given the details. Now I'm going to alter this table by modifying the data type or data type size. For example, I will write something like this: alter table emp1, modify column. The keyword is modify. Okay, modify what? I would like to modify the data type of this ID. Here the default data type, while creating the table, what is the data type of this ID, guys? Number. But I want to change it to varchar. Okay, so how to do that? I have to say alter table emp1, modify which column? ID column. Okay, modify ID, and how to modify the ID to which data type? Instead of number, I would like to modify that to varchar data type. So varchar of some 10, let's say. Okay, I'll just like to modify. If I run this, table emp1 got altered. Now if I say describe emp1 again, if I run this describe emp1, this time you see ID's data type got changed from number to varchar. Okay, varchar of 10, like this. Okay, this is how the modify keyword will help us in modifying the properties of the existing columns. Here, the existing property of the ID is its data type, that is number, but we changed the data type property to varchar of 10. Okay, fine. Similarly, I can do one more thing. For example, I want this size of the name. Okay, that means data type size is 15 here for this name column. I would like to change this 15 to 20. How to do that? Using the same modify keyword, I have to use that. Okay, alter table emp1 modify. What do you want to modify? I would like to modify the name column. Okay, so for this name column, what I would like to modify? I would like to modify the property, that is size of this particular data type I would like to change. That is, I will say varchar of, instead of 15, I'm giving 20. Okay, I'm modifying the data type of this name column from 15 to 20. Earlier 15 will be there. After I run this statement, it will change to 20. Run this, table emp1 got altered. Again say describe emp1. This time you see earlier 15 is there. Now the size of this varchar of this name column is 20. Like this, guys, using the modify, you can modify the data type, also its size also. Okay, fine. This is how we can use a modify. Next keyword. Next keyword is rename column. Rename column. So let's say here there are three columns: ID, name, country. I would like to rename this country to location. Okay, I would like to change the name of this column, country column, to a different name, that is location. How to do that? Alter table emp1 rename column. You have to say this is a keyword, guys. Okay, these two things are keyword here. Rename column. How do you want to rename the column? Which column? Country column. Okay, rename the name of the country to which name? Location. Location, like this you have to write. Okay, so rename column keyword, when used with this alter statement, will rename the existing column name, that is country, to a different name, that is location. You have to use two keyword here in between. Run this again, table emp1 got altered. If I say describe emp1, you will get the old column name was country and it got changed to the latest, renamed to a new column name, that is location. Okay, like this we can use a rename column. Then I would like to finally delete a column. Okay, I would like to remove a column. If I say select star from emp1, how many columns are there? Three columns will be coming: ID, name, location, right? ID, name, location. I would like to delete this or okay, remove this location column from the table. How to do that? Again, same thing. Alter table emp1. Okay, drop column is a keyword. Drop column, which column you want to drop? Location column I would like to drop. Out of these three existing columns, I would like to drop the location column. You can even drop ID column also. Okay, so ID is also fine. ID or name or location, anything is fine. I'm just dropping the location column. So if I say alter table emp1 drop column, which column name as location, if I run this, table emp1 got altered successfully. Now when you say the select star from emp1, you will get this time only two columns, that is ID and name are coming, guys. Okay, like this, guys, using the alter statement, we can add a new column. Okay, you can modify the properties of an existing column, that is data type or its size, to a different thing. Then you can rename the column name to a different name, and also you can delete the column name from the existing column name from the table also. So this is how, guys, we can use alter statement in SQL, Oracle SQL. Fine. Now let's move to the next concept. We are done with the alter statement in Oracle SQL. Now let's move to the next concept or next SQL thing, that is single line and multi-line comments. How to write the single line and multi-line comments in Oracle SQL. Okay, let me explain. So here I have all the things ready, right? So here these are my existing queries. I have used all these queries to explain you about the alter, right? Alter table, creating, adding a column and all the stuff. So here I would like to provide the comments here. Okay, I would like to specify the comments here. How to specify the comments? Here, before this statement, if I want to, okay, if I want to provide a kind of explanation about what exactly this particular SQL statement does, I can provide a comment here. How to write a comments? Double hyphen, okay, double hyphen, You have to say double hyphen and write some text. Creating a new table with the emp1 name. So this particular statement is explaining about this statement, right? SQL statement. This particular line is explaining about this line. This is the purpose of the comments. And also when you run this two lines, only one line will be executed. That is this create table emp1 will be executed. Not this comment will not be executed, guys. Okay. So this comment will not be executed. This is just a text, guys, which is not an SQL query or something. If you run this also, nothing will happen. Okay. Nothing will happen, guys. This is a normal text, but you cannot write normal text like this. You will get okay, like this kind of errors will be coming because this client tool doesn't know whether this is a text or SQL query. That's why if you want to write some text just to explain something about this underlying statement, you have to write a comment. Okay. So like this, creating a new table with the emp1 name. Under that, we'll really write a SQL query for doing so. Sometimes what happens is I suddenly don't want to. I want to run this. For example, I would like to run this set of SQL statements, but while running them, I don't want to run the single statement. For that, I can comment it out like this. Just add double slash before this SQL statement. It will become a comment, guys. Comment cannot be executed in SQL. Okay, this will be treated as a normal text and it will not be executed. So if you add double slash before any SQL statement, so we are exempting it from execution. Okay, even though we select and run this, it is not going to run. For example, if I say double slash and if I say select this and run this, it will not run this time. Okay, we are disabling this particular SQL statement from running. That is also a purpose of command. If I remove it, this time it will work. You see, it will work, guys. Okay, like this it will work. But if I provide a comment, this SQL statement will not work. This is the power of the comments, guys. And this is a single line comment, guys. Okay, why this is a single line comment? Single line comments in SQL will start with double hyphen, and the text will be there in the single line. Fine. So now you understood what is the purpose, okay? To explain the underlying statement, or if you don't want a particular SQL statement to be executed, you can convert this SQL statement into a comment. Or if you want to explain about the underlying statement, SQL statement, on the top of that SQL statement, you can write this kind of SQL, okay? This kind of SQL comment, single line comment. Fine. Now one more thing is, now here I would like to write multiple lines of comment. For example, here if I say altering the table like this, if I writing, okay, here my comment is two lines, not a single. This is the first line of the comment and this is the second line of the comment. But this double hyphen will work only up to this. Again, if this is there, you have to make that as a comment. Again, you have to provide double hyphen. Again, some other line is there. Okay, modify the column properties, something like this. I'm just trying to write more lines of comments, but for every comment you have to say double slash. Instead of providing the double slash everywhere, what you can do is, okay, here three lines of comments are there. So to overcome that, you don't have to provide double slash multiple times. Simply says slash, okay, double, you don't need double hyphen every time for every single line of comment. Instead, at the beginning of the this multiple line comments, you can provide hyphen, asterisk symbol or star symbol, and for you can remove these things. These are not required now. You can remove them. Okay. So and at the end of the comment, you can say multiple line comment. You can say asterisk, again slash star, asterisk star. In from here to here, everything is a comment, guys. This is a multi-line comment. If you want to specify a single line comment, double hyphen, provide the text in the single line. That will. But if your comment is more than one line, okay, more than one line, then you have to specify this kind of comments. Okay, specify this kind of comments. There may be some requirement where you have to write a multiple line of comments. Okay, if you have a very big thing to explain, maybe you cannot complete the comment in a single line. You may have to go to this kind of multiple lines where you may need this kind of syntax for writing the multiple line comments. Multi-line comments will start with the slash star and end with the star slash. Okay, fine. So now we understood what is single line and multi-line comments. Now let's move to the next one, that is group by class. Next thing that I'm going to explain as part of the Oracle SQL queries is group by class. Fine, let me explain. So I'll remove all this stuff. Okay, so here there is a countries table, existing countries table is there. If I say select star from countries and run this, what will happen? all the list of countries will be displayed here. Okay, country names, country ID, region ID, everything, all the records from all the columns of this countries table will be displayed. Now I would like to find out how many records are there here. Using this SQL statement, I would like to find out how many records are there here. For example, here we have 25 records, total 25 records are there. If I say count of star from countries, count of star from countries, total 25 are there. If I say select count of star from country, count is one of the built-in function of Oracle SQL that you can use for finding the count. So if I say select count of asterisk from countries, it will give you the total count of the countries, total count of the records in this countries table. That is 25 count is there. But I have another requirement where total count of countries is 25. If I say select star from countries, total list of records is 25. That's fine. But I have another requirement where I would like to find the number of records for each and every region ID. For example, region ID 1. Okay, this record belongs to region ID. And this particular record also with region ID 2, we have another record, second record, then third record. So fourth record, fifth record maybe. Okay, so region ID has 4 or 5 records, right? So that kind of count I want. I don't want the entire count. Select count of star from countries will give me the total 25. But here for every region ID, how many count is there? How many countries count is there? I have to find. How to find that? So here I have to say where select count star from countries where, not where guys, select star from select count of star from countries group by. I have to say group by. Okay, group by region underscore ID. I have to say. Okay, earlier only this statement was there. That is, I'll move this to the next line so that it will be easy to explain. Select count star from countries means all the list of countries count. Total 25 is there, irrespective of the region IDs. But here, when I say group by, I'm using group by class, guys. Okay, this is a concept. What I'm explaining currently, I'm explaining about the group by class. How to use the group by class? After saying select count star from countries, if I say group by region ID, so for every region ID, okay, for every type of region ID, how many countries are there that we'll get? So run this. So for one of the region ID, we got 8 count. For another region ID, we got count as 5. For another region ID, we got count as 6. And another region ID, we got count as 6. But I would like to find out for which region ID this kind of count is coming. For example, if I say region underscore ID comma like this, okay. So if I say for which region ID, which count is coming, I can find it out here. Run this. So for the region ID 1, count is 8. For region ID, I mean count of countries is 8. For region ID 2, the count of countries is 5. For region ID 4, count of countries is 6. For region ID 3, the count of countries is 6. Like this, guys. So we are grouping this count according to the region ID. According to the region ID, we are getting the count. If I don't specify this, okay, what's coming? The complete count is coming. Okay, the complete count of the countries is coming. But when I say group by, so according to the groups, okay, by grouping according to this region ID column, how many countries are there for each and every group is coming. So this is how we have to use group by, guys. Fine. Hope you understood, guys. Hope you understood how to use group by. Okay. If you want to get the count of the countries according to the region ID, by grouped by region ID, we have to use group by. For each and every region ID, how many countries count is there that we are going to get. So to solve such kind of special requests, we have to use group by class. And along with the group by class, we can use having class. I'll explain. Now, I would like to find the count of countries grouped by region ID, but the count should be, I want a condition where only if the count is greater than 5, then display. Otherwise, don't display the count. That's the condition. So can I add where here? Where count of star greater than 5. Can I add like this? I'm getting an error, guys. You see, after group by class, you cannot use where class. After group by class, you cannot provide a condition by using the where class. This is a problem. So in order to create a condition around this group by class, Okay, we have to use having class. So if I change the where to having, so we can use where here, right? Select something from countries where. Here I can use where. Okay, but after group by, we cannot use where. Okay, and also having class is kind of where class for the group by class. After you group something, if you want to add a condition, then you have to use, instead of where class, you have to use having class. So here what I'm going to solve is select region id comma region underscore id comma count of star from countries, group by region id already we have seen. Having one condition I am providing, only display this list of the count of countries for each and every region only when that particular count, grouped count, okay, grouped count according to the region id is greater than 5, then only display the results. So here one of the region id, that is 2, is having the count as 5, but here I said greater than 5. That means this is not going to be displayed. The remaining things are more than 5 only. Here count is 6, which is greater than 5. Here count is 6, greater than 5. Here count is 8, greater than 5. So all the remaining 3 records except this second record, which is having the group by region count as 5, right? This condition is failing here. Count of star should be greater than 5. Here count of star is not greater than 5. Only 3 records we are going to get, guys. Run this. You will get only 3 records. You see, 2 is not there. 1, 3, 4 are coming. 8, 6, 6 is coming. But you are not getting the record having the count as 5. So for having this kind of conditions after the group by class, you should not be using where class. Okay, you'll get error if you use where class. Instead of where class, we have to use a having class. Okay, fine. So guys, hope you understood about alter statement, single line and multiple line comments, then group by class for grouping the results according to the provided column names, and having class which can use as a kind of where class condition with the group by. Instead of where class, we have to use a having class for providing the condition for the group by class. So guys, hope you understood this session. See you in the next video session, guys. Thank you. Bye.